The Cleveland Browns just pulled off a financial move that has the entire NFL scratching its head. Almost overnight, the team unlocked more than $48 million in cap space. For most franchises, that kind of flexibility doesn't just happen randomly. It usually means something big is coming. And when fans looked closer at how the Browns created that money, two completely different stories started to emerge. One about loyalty, and another that looks a lot more like an escape plan. Because the first piece of this puzzle came from one of Cleveland's most respected players. Cornerback Denzel Ward quietly agreed to restructure his deal, freeing up roughly $13.5 million for the team. And the way it happened tells you a lot about the culture inside that locker room. Ward didn't demand new guarantees. He didn't push for a trade. Instead, he essentially gave the Browns financial breathing room so the front office could keep building the roster around him. For fans, it felt like a clear message. Ward believes Cleveland still has something worth fighting for. And in a league where players usually protect every dollar they can, that kind of move stands out. But while Ward's decision felt like loyalty, another contract restructure told a completely different story. And that's where things start getting complicated. Because when the Browns reworked Deshaun Watson's deal, the goal didn't look like loyalty at all. Instead, it looked like survival. Watson's contract has been hanging over Cleveland since the day the team made that blockbuster trade and handed him one of the most controversial guaranteed deals in NFL history. The numbers were massive. The expectations were even bigger. But injuries, inconsistent performances, and non-stop media scrutiny turned that contract into something closer to an anchor than a foundation. And now, with this latest restructuring, the Browns didn't solve the problem. They pushed it further down the road. The new structure reportedly kicks major financial consequences all the way into 2028. That's years of future cap pressure being delayed just to create flexibility today. For some teams, that's a smart strategy. If you're confident your roster is close to contending, pushing money into the future can buy you the chance to win right now. But if the plan doesn't work, the bill eventually comes due. And that's exactly why this move has sparked so much debate around the league. Because teams don't suddenly free up $48 million without having something in mind. Front offices spend months planning these kinds of cap maneuvers. Every restructure, every financial adjustment, every shift in guaranteed money usually points toward a specific plan. Maybe it's a big trade target. Maybe it's preparing for a free agent signing. Or maybe it's insurance for a roster move nobody saw coming. Whatever Cleveland is preparing for, they now have the financial flexibility to act quickly. And almost immediately, rumors started swirling. One name that popped up in discussions around the league was Dillon Gabriel. Reports claim the Atlanta Falcons have been sniffing around potential quarterback moves, and Gabriel's name has quietly surfaced in conversations. Now, that doesn't mean a deal is guaranteed. In fact, many of these rumors are exactly what they sound like, speculation. But the timing of Cleveland's cap move made people start connecting dots, because Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski has reportedly admired Gabriel's skill set in the past. The mobility, the quick decision-making, the ability to stretch defenses with aggressive throws. Those traits fit the kind of offensive rhythm Stefanski has tried to build in Cleveland. So when insiders noticed the Browns suddenly creating massive cap space, fans immediately began asking the obvious question. Are they positioning themselves for a quarterback move? If that sounds dramatic, remember something about the NFL. Quarterback situations change faster than almost any other position in sports. One injury, one rough season, or one surprise opportunity can shift an entire franchise's plan overnight. And while Cleveland has publicly backed Watson, the reality behind the scenes might be far more complicated. Because Watson's situation has always been under a microscope. From the moment Cleveland traded multiple first-round picks to bring him in, the decision sparked intense debate. Some believed the Browns had finally secured the elite quarterback they'd been searching for decades. Others believed the move carried far too much risk. Since then, the story hasn't exactly quieted down. Injuries slowed Watson's ability to build consistency. Media criticism followed every performance. And each offseason, the pressure to justify that contract